Yes, a follow-up of the first version which I presented is on background of the study and introduction of the study. This is an issue where each institution has their version. Majority of institution of learning use the word background to capture both introduction and the background itself. There is no harm so long as you have done the following. But introduction in itself is that you are giving the reader the picture of what is this which you are going to carry out. Because some of your readers have got a different professional background. They are not from your background. So when they are reading your work, they need to understand some terms. They need to understand what is this in brief, what is this you are doing, and how is it of public interest? Is it of public significance for it to be done? Is it something worth doing in that introduction? So the introduction itself under study can be separate from background. But whether you combine background and introduction, this is what must be there. Give the picture of what is this study you are doing. This any term which you think may not be a layman language, can you put it across so somebody understand? And why is this study a bit relevant? Is it very relevant for the public? So after writing that is now when you go to what is this background. So whether that introduction has fallen under background, that is no big deal. Whether it is standing alone as a background, then you go to standing alone as an introduction, then you go to background, no big deal. So long as you have captured, you have given people the picture of what is this study. Then background is that you give the reader the global burden, the global prevalence of what you are studying. How is it globally? Then how is it regionally? When we talk of global, we think in terms of outside our continent. If you are in Africa, outside Africa. So, what is a regional perspective? Regional perspective is countries within Africa. Countries within Africa, what is the burden? What is the prevalence? What can you say about what is the trend of things about what you are studying in those countries? Then you come to national. If you are a Kenyan, then how is the situation in Kenya? How is the situation in Kenya pertaining to what you are studying? And it will be very relevant if you find that globally, the prevalence is less if it is a challenge. Regionally, in fact, global is less than regional and is less than the national. That is when somebody finds that there is relevance for this thing to be done in your country because your country is having a bigger burden than the area. Otherwise, somebody will tell you, if you have realized that maybe in South Africa, this thing is the burden, go and study there. And therefore, that is why it is very relevant if you find that global perspective is less than regional, which is less than national. So, the national picture, the global picture, and the regional picture or burden of that issue you are addressing is the background of the information. How is the situation? And it will be very, very relevant if you follow that global, you give us the picture. This burden which you are reading, how is it globally? 2, regionally in Africa. 3, in Kenya. What is the Kenya picture? And lastly, you are going to write that this is why we are doing it in Kenya and particularly the area of my study without highlighting the area of your study.